was a terrific venue to watch a football match. I'm talking about the Emirates.
Hello, welcome back to Armchair Armory, and you've probably noticed that I'm on camera for the first time. I've managed to upgrade some of my equipment and thought I'd try something new and see whether this works. But welcome along to this preview for West Ham on Boxing Day. I guess for the past month and a half or so, we've obviously been caught up in the World Cup, the first World Cup in the winter, held in the Middle East. And I have to say, on the whole, it was a pretty good tournament. I'm pretty pleased that Argentina won it, just because I felt like it was written in the stars. When Argentina got that far, I felt like, yeah, this is Messi's destiny to win this World Cup. So congratulations to them. So we are back. We are back with Armchair Armory. We are back with Arsenal Football Club. Starting from where we left off, 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League, facing West Ham United at the Emirates on Boxing Day. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about this second half of the season, just because I'm really worried about what the World Cup would have done to some of our first 11. We've already had the unfortunate news that Gabriel Jesus is injured and will probably be out until March, April, around that time. I think the majority of the players are now back in training, as far as I am aware. Obviously, Ben White came back early from the England squad, and then we had people like Tomiyasu and Xhaka and people like that had sort of progressed from the group stages that had come back. So it looks like we've got most of our players back. Saliba will obviously be coming back late, so it doesn't look like he's going to be starting on Boxing Day. It looks like it's probably going to be Holding and Gabriel as our centre-back partnership on Boxing Day in that game. I think because of the fact a lot of players went to the World Cup, I think this game probably benefits West Ham a little bit more. I don't know how intense. I mean, they've had players go to the World Cup as well, but I feel like it's concerning. And this is what I said at the start of the season. I said that the World Cup, after the World Cup, will show where we are in terms of, either challenging for the title, which I still don't think we're going to do, and challenging for the title and top four. Top four, I think now it's quite safe to say that. Well, I say safe. I'm not gonna be go crazy, but I think we're more than likely to finish in the top four. It would have to, in the words of Gary Neville, it would have to go catastrophically wrong for us to not finish in the top four this season, with the start of the season that we've had. So I am worried, but I don't think that this game is out of our reach. I know that it will probably be because I don't think Saka will play, because he only would have just come back from Qatar, or if he was on holiday or something like that. I don't know what the plan is, but I have a feeling that we're probably going to see probably Fabio Vieira, Eddie Nketiah, and then Martinelli. Maybe Martinelli, maybe Reece Nelson. Oh no, Reece Nelson went off injured in the friendly, didn't he? So yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest, what our front three is going to be. All I know is that it's very likely that Eddie Nketiah is going to start against West Ham. I think it's very, very likely Eddie Nketiah is going to start, to be honest. It is what it is. Like last season, everyone wrote him off and thought that, he wasn't going to do anything, and that we're going to end up, I know we missed out. We missed out on top four by a point, but he still scored vital goals to get us within that shout. It was only at the end, which wasn't really his fault, only at the end where we fell short. So he has got it in him. And there's been a few substitute performance this season where he's come on and he's not looked that impressive. He's looked a little bit lively, but not quite, as sharp as he was back end of last season. And people have already, again, they've written him off and said, sorry about that, it's my alarm clock. My cuckoo clock. They've written him off and said, oh yeah, this is why we shouldn't have given him a contract. This is why we shouldn't have given him number 14, etc., etc. But you never know. Like, he could turn up on the day, and that's the thing. He most of the time he will score at least one goal for you. So I don't think we should count him out as of yet. And against a team like West Ham that are probably going to play us on the counter attack, I can imagine he might be a good one to have. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, I kind of feel like, because I did a series for the World Cup called England at the World Cup, which you can go on my channel and watch, and I feel like I said this at the start of that campaign. I said, in international football, you feel with the first game you can't really take form into account, whereas I feel kind of the same with that with Arsenal. I kind of feel like we can't really take form into account now because it's been so long since we played Wolves at the end of that first part of the season. We're in a really good position, don't get me wrong, but at the same time we still have to make sure we're still starting all over again, essentially, to the point of where we've had a second pre-season where I think we've won. Apart from the last friendly, which was at the Emirates against Juventus, and we had a behind closed doors friendly against Watford, which we lost 4-2. We won every other friendly, so we won the Dubai Cup. So from what I've heard, I didn't actually see any of the footage because I was too engrossed in the World Cup, really, to be honest. And as I've said before, I don't really take pre-season games seriously as such. But from what it sounded like and what I'd read on social media and what I'd read on Arsenal.com, it sounded like we'd been still playing to that standard. I feel like we were a little bit unlucky with the Juventus game because we lost by 2 own goals. And from what I heard from Tom Canton, we dominated the game. So that is something that I'm quite optimistic about. But I'm cautious, as I said at the beginning, I'm quite cautious because I don't know what we're going to be like on this first game back. And I feel like it's going to be more in West Ham's hands, if that makes any sense, because we'll have, part of our first 11 won't be there, especially in an attacking sense. And I don't know. I feel like the Premier League will suffer quite a lot from this World Cup. I feel like a lot of the domestic leagues will suffer from this World Cup just because, some players have, played in intense heat for God knows how long. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I think, to be honest though, when it all comes down to it, I think we still will win this game. I don't think we'll lose. The fact that it's at home is kind of good because I think our record against West Ham at home is pretty good. So, but I think it's going to be a kind of cagey game. Because it's the first game back. Well, not the first game, is it? I think it might be the last game, come to think of it, of the day of the Amazon games. I still feel like it's going to be cagey, and there's not going to be much in it. So I'm going to say 1-0 to the Arsenal, the classic 1-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens, I suppose. We can't really. It's going to be interesting to see throughout the whole of that fixture list. It will be interesting to see how teams do after players have been away, and players have been kind of intermittently training, and this second pre-season and all this kind of stuff. I'm actually interested to see how teams like United and Spurs get on, particularly Spurs after Kane missing the penalty in the World Cup and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to say 1-0 to the Arsenal. Hopefully I'm correct. But we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Right, I'm going to leave it there. So this is the first time of me doing this on camera. So for those of you watching, don't stalk me. It's taken a lot of confidence, to be honest, to finally record myself on camera. I can't because of the setup, I can't necessarily make it as glossy as I did when I just did sound, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, this is something I'm going to try going forward, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you for all those that have subscribed in the last couple of months. My subscriber count has like doubled in the last 2-3 months or so. So I'm very, very grateful for that. People are enjoying what I'm doing. Right, as I say, I'm going to leave it there. I will be back again after the game on Boxing Day. So enjoy the rest of this simulation. And until then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and take care and stay safe.
So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Oh, surely! And offside. Well, close one. Emile Smith-Rowe. Thomas Partey. Martin Ødegaard. They've given it away. Souček. Rice with it. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Oh, he saved it!
Well, excellent from the keeper. That's a really top-class save.
Favouring the short one. And a West Ham throw-in coming up here. And thwarted there, following the cross. Martin Ødegaard. Nelson. Granit Xhaka. It's with Ødegaard. Moving it forward. But timely defending when it mattered. Gianluca Scamacca. Not to be advised giving the ball away there. And that is going to be a free kick. So a half an hour remaining. And there to intervene. Surely! And it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him. And no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
It will be very instructive to see how Arsenal respond to that setback.
Well, as you can see, West Ham haven't had that much of the ball, but when they have won it back in midfield areas, their counter-attacking has been excellent. They'll be happy with the way the game's going at the moment.
And no problems at all for the keeper. Declan Rice. Moving into the advanced position. But quick thinking defensively. And in with a real chance. Oh, couldn't beat the goalkeeper. And really should have been able to. Nelson. Thomas Partey. Emile Smith-Rowe. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Still not clear. Nketiah. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. This could be the equaliser. And it is the equaliser. Well, now, that could be a huge turning point in this game. They carry the momentum.
Well, just look at this again. He moves the ball quickly, he gets beyond his marker and he keeps his composure. It's an excellent finish.
So the ball is running again at 2-2. Fornals. And West Ham in a position of menace. But really sticking to their task defensively. Martin Ødegaard. And with the teams locked together, Arsenal chasing that winner. Can they forge ahead? Yes is the answer. And that could be oh so important.
Well, as the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Fornals. Forward they go, chasing the game. Well, it looked as though it had a chance of going in.
Well, he should make the keeper work there, but you sense a goal is coming.
Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. A goal! Sheer excitement! Level again here!
Well, here's the replay. He does well to find that bit of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
Substitution for
So back
Arsenal.
underway and level pegging at 3-3.
Number 5, Thomas Partey. Coming onto the pitch, number 25, Mohamed El-Neni.
Perfect tackle. On the attack. Is there to be late drama? Xhaka. Xhaka! And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama, and now they're in front.
Well, there it is, in off the underside of the crossbar. That's a good goal, isn't it?
Goal for Arsenal.
Neither side shy about shooting in this match.
Xhaka.
Lucas Paqueta. Well, still time for them to level it. And crossed in there. Still could be dangerous. Well, they can keep possession of it now. So there goes the final whistle. It ends in a victory for Arsenal. Maximum points for them. What did you make of it all?
Yes, Derek, well, it could have gone either way, couldn't it? It was so competitive for much of the game, but they kept pushing, kept believing, and probably deserved the winner in the end. A great result.